Hi Libra, this is going to be your mid-October 2021 forecast. It's good for Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign of Libra primarily in tropical astrology. However, it could resonate anywhere where you have Libra in your natal chart, so keep an open mind. It is, however, a general reading, so it won't resonate with everyone that watches. If it doesn't resonate, just try back next week or check your other placements, any other part of your natal chart. You could find some important messages in other parts of your chart. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to the website's down in the description below. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. I am also going to put this reading up on Soma Chandra Libra so it reaches more people. So it'll be posted on both channels. So wherever you're finding this message today, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Libra, I read for you two places, on Soma Chandra Libra and on Soma Chandra Tarot. Okay, let us begin. This was a pretty specific message. I think I'm hitting it for you guys in regards to career or what you're doing with your life. What came out of the Heavenly Bodies Oracle, Astrology Oracle deck for the middle of the month, Libra, is 12th house, Capricorn, and the moon. Some of you have Capricorn in your chart, or you may have a Capricorn in your life that you're going to come into contact with. If you do, there's your sign. If you have Cap anywhere in your chart, look at that. It'll show you where your strengths and weaknesses are right now, what part of your life is in focus for you. Also check your moon placement and your 12th house placement. I love it in this deck. Different decks will speak about a certain house in a different way. And the way the Heavenly Bodies talks about the 12th house is spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. And the moon, satisfying emotional needs, nurture the self and others. The 12th house is a house of spirituality and transcendence, but I've never really heard it described as a house of sacrificial services. It can very much be a house of healing, but it is a house of karma and about having to deal with the results of past actions. And it's also a house of hidden supports and limitations. It is a house of institutions as well, institutions that we are part of, and it can be about inner or social conflict. So I think that this may have to do with your beliefs. You will be thinking a lot about your past actions, and the results of past actions may catch up to you for better or for worse in the middle of October. It is a time of healing and transcendence for you. It is a time of heightened spirituality for you as well, Libra. But some of you will be thinking a lot about what you put your service and your work and efforts towards. It will be a time of ambition. You will have to be very realistic. I think you will be taking very methodical steps. Capricorn teaches us that the world is our playground. If you want to play hard, you have to work hard, and there's no mountain that you can't climb. It's just a matter of time before you see growth. I love that. But the moon coming out tells me the moon's been kind of following you around. I think the moon came out one of the last times I read for you here on this channel. You will be feeling cycles of emotions and emotional waves. Pay close attention to where you make your decisions. Do you make your decision at the beginning of an emotional wave? Do you make your decision at the peak? Or do you make your decisions when you come off the wave? Give yourself time to decide how you feel about things moving forward. Watch out for emotional cycles and how they affect your decisions. They're telling me to tell you that. Nurture yourself so that you can nurture others as well. But then it kind of went, and I was like, this is about what some of them do for work. I got a lot of cards that suggest this reading might be for some of my light workers, healers, or perhaps entrepreneurs. Keep an open mind about what it means to be a healer or a light worker. Like if you're in the service industry, you're probably a healer or a light worker too. A lot of cards came out of the Life Coaching Oracle deck for you. New door 46. Your prayers have been answered and a new door is being held open for you. This just came out for Pisces too. Education. Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time. Spiritual gifts. You're in the process of developing and fine-tuning your spiritual gifts, but fear came out. Your fears are keeping you from moving forward into the life that you deserve. I have natural born leader at the bottom of the deck. What's next? Angel numbers, universal bank, reconciliation. Okay. You guys, I think you've been putting, and you will continue to put, a lot of work into some stuff. I think you're okay with this Saturnian Capricorn energy of cause and effect and work hard. I think you will just work through the ebb and flow here, but I think you will face some fears about new doors being held open where you will have an opportunity to learn or perhaps teach. This may have to do with your spiritual gifts. Your spiritual gifts can be anything from laying pipe to cutting hair to reading tarot to teaching children to driving a forklift. Your gifts are your gifts. You have an opportunity to teach or learn, but there may be fear. You may also be being asked to take the lead in some way. Well, I can see why you might be a little bit afraid. Actually, I can see that you are. It mirrored itself. The tarot mirrored the oracle text. They wanted me to use the Arrows of Love oracle deck. I don't typically focus on love on Soma Chandra Tarot, which is the main channel I was going to put this on, but they said, no, you need to use this deck for them. So this could be about a relationship, but it could also be about your life path or your higher purpose. I have stars align, favorable outcome, in the spotlight, attention, invitation of love, higher purpose. Libra, this might be about your higher purpose in life. Now, love and relationships could very much be about your higher purpose in life. It depends on what part of your life that you're in. But Spirit wants you to know the middle of the month, stars are aligning for favorable outcomes in your life. You will be invited to some things emotionally, an emotional invitation. You will get attention. It is about your higher calling and your higher purpose. I was like, oh, that's why they want me to use this deck. You could be invited to a higher love as well, romantically, or even a family or a friend, family member or friend. Something might really happen in the springtime as well, wherever spring is for you. Yeah, I was like, those are pretty specific messages. And they wanted me to do a very simple spread for the tarot. So the reason for the reading is the Hierophant, but the challenge is the Knight of Swords in reverse, Taurus energy here. The Hierophant is, I do associate the Hierophant with the 12th house sometimes, also the 9th house. The Hierophant is about wisdom and higher learning, a modest, pious approach. He is a messenger, he is a teacher, he is a leader. The Hierophant is about our tradition and our community at large and the system and the rules. Entrenched. Being part of something greater than yourself is the Hierophant. I was like, wait a minute, some of them are being asked to be a leader in some way, or this is also the marriage card and a commitment card. But the Knight of Swords flew himself into the reverse. Libra, are you feeling out of your league or out of your depth in some way? Are you feeling a little wound up and afraid to take a risk? The Knight of Swords in reverse can sometimes, well, it can mean a couple different things. It can mean feeling out of your depth or out of your league, afraid to take a chance, afraid to take a risk, feeling restless, even impulsive. You may have a hard time committing to something right now. I can already see through the tarot that relax. I don't think you have to. I think you might be given an opportunity to be part of something greater. I mean, the Hierophant can be anything. It's often higher knowledge and learning or teaching or something. You might not feel like you're ready for something here because the Hierophant's kind of a big deal and it is very entrenched and serious. I was like, okay, well, what's driving them? And I got the Magician in reverse. The Magician flipped himself into the reverse as well. And the Knight of Pentacles came in the upright. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. I think that you guys are in the process of developing your own personal power, and you're really kind of happy at a different pace right now. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. What you see is what you get with this knight. He is a proverbial workhorse. He does not like to step outside of his comfort zone, but he will prove it to you. This knight will prove it. You're proving something to yourself here. You are working. You may feel as though you're at a bit of a standstill. Now, the Magician in reverse can have some negative connotations, but I'm not feeling them here. I feel like you guys are magicians. You just don't want to race into life right now like a lunatic. You might be afraid to take a risk. You may feel like, now some of you do feel like things are at a standstill, and you may feel like all of your talents and skills aren't being utilized. You may not feel like you have a good plan right now. You might not feel like you have enough resources. Assess what you need that you do not have. If you feel like you don't have a plan, the plan will come from within you. Just sit down, make a list or something. The Magician is the single catalyst for change. He is magic. He has the Midas touch. He says, sit down and watch me work. I kind of get the feeling that I heard I'm happy with this pace. And I'm still developing something here with the Magician, because the Magician's on the table. So is the Knight of Swords. Just think, I mean, these two together in the upright are like Indiana Jones. Like they'll just, yeah, I got this. I'll make it up as I go along kind of thing. But in the reverse, it's like, I'm not really willing to do that. And I think this could be about relationship, or I'm hearing it's either about relationship or career. I also just heard for some of you, this is for some younger people, or maybe younger people in your life. But here's what Spirit has to say. I was like, okay, what's your advice? What is the highest version of themselves telling them to do? 4 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Just relax, okay? You don't need to do anything quickly. Okay, maybe some of you have been through some conflict, loss, and change, and now you're in calm waters. This is your advice. Emotionally reevaluate right now. You're not really sure what you want. You're not ready to take the cup being handed to you. You're looking at these cups over here. 2 of Pentacles, well, you guys know what I say about the 2 of Pentacles. If I do it this way, this will happen. If I do it this way, this will happen. What do I do here? Not really sure. I do see you being very busy in some ways. Like, do I have time? I just heard, do I have time for this? I think in some aspects you're trying to ignore your emotions and just get shit done in the middle of the month. You might be doing 2 jobs at once. You might not have the budget for something, because I have the 4 of Pentacles here. Your advice from your own soul is just think about this, okay? Stay calm. You don't need to rock a boat while you're standing in it at the moment. Figure out what you want to do here is what I see in this card combination. And I was pleasantly, not surprised, I was pleased by the actions that flew out. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Well, you're going to hold back for now because you've got to figure out what you want. And I think you like this pace and you don't want to take a risk right now. 4 of Pentacles, as far as like money, finances and resources go, you are going to take a conservative approach in October. You do not have too many pentacles to spare. I think you want to create a lot of balance in your life, and 4s are about stability. I think you don't have a lot to give right now. You're holding back maybe. He doesn't look, sometimes the 4 of Pentacles can look so constipated. In this deck, this is the deck they wanted me to use. This is the Nero Bianco deck. I love it. He does not look stressed out. He is balancing that top pentacle on his head. You can see his chest. He's very relaxed. He's like, I'm going to save up. And he can be a bit of a miser, but I think you're just going to take a conservative approach in what you give or invest to, and you're going to stand on the shoreline and examine the full growth potential of things. Now, I remember the last time I read for you guys here, the 3 of Wands in reverse was your final outcome. Now it's in the upright. You still have a lot of knights here like you did last time, but I think you're thinking you're just going to survey something and examine the full growth potential. You're not going to move yet. The way you're going to see yourself is 2 7s, karma, cause and effect. 7 plus 7 is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is about conflict, loss, or change. So you're not ready for major change right now. You have to figure out what you want here, because it looks like a pretty big deal, whatever this is about with the Hierophant. Relationship, working for a big company, being part of a system of some kind, being a leader or a teacher. You're like, I don't know, I'm a little overwhelmed and confused. It's fine. The 7 of Cups definitely has some pluses. Look at your Neptune placement. Do you have Pisces anywhere in your chart? Or look at your Neptune placement. That's where we dream big. This is a very dreamy card, the 7 of Cups. A lot of wishful thinking, exploring all your options. But look at him. He's like, whoa. It's like going into the grocery store and going into an aisle that has all coffee or all cereal or all the same thing. And you're like, what? That's a lot. What do I choose? They all look the same, but they're all a little different. You will be doing some daydreaming. You may feel a little overwhelmed. You have a lot of choices in front of you, but you will think a lot about what you are willing to invest in. You may be wondering what's happening in a situation and waiting for a tree to bear fruit, waiting for something to bear fruit that you've invested in, or I think you just need to think about something. You're kind of waiting for something here. Yeah. But here's what you need to know in the hidden factors. I asked for 3 cards. Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. What is this? This looks nice. So Libra, there is a new opportunity being handed to you here. It could be very exciting. It could have a lot of growth potential. This could have to do with like a 3rd house activation, local community, a creative collaboration, friends. Could be dating. It could be fun too. This card cracks me up. It always looks a little bit like the Mean Girls Club. Like they're all wearing the same outfit. And the Page of Pentacles. So I've got a Page of Pentacles and a Hierophant here, and something about education, being a leader, a new door, and spiritual gifts. Somebody may want to learn something from you. If it's not that, someone may want to casually develop something with you, but the Page of Pentacles will kind of psychoanalyze something, put some effort into it, learn it. So in the hidden factors, and what's around you, this looks kind of supportive. Like, why don't you just dip your toe in the water and give this a try? I just heard, take the class. You'll like everybody there, or they'll like you, or there is something to be learned here. There could be some fun to be had, and someone may be looking to develop something with you, and it could be very exciting. You could be learning something, or someone may want to learn something from you, or someone wants to maybe, if it's like, if the Hierophant is like a serious relationship and you're like, yeah, I've been on OkCupid and Plenty of Fish for a year, and when it kind of blows, why don't you try something in public or take a class or something like that is what they're trying to tell you. But you're going to feel good. For the most part, I see a mixed bag here for you. 3 of Pentacles and the Sun is how you'll be feeling in the middle of the month. Well, you're going to be recognized and rewarded for what you're bringing to the table, Libra. You will build and learn and grow and develop something, and there will be a lot of clarity and happiness. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck. Optimism, happiness. The Spirit is smiling upon you. I think you will feel a lot of clarity. I do think you will feel happiness. I think you will be getting some attention. I did get the In the Spotlight card, and this might be that invitation to love or invitation to something. Your final outcome, I was like, God damn it, here they go. Overthinking it, Libra. Air signs, what are you going to do? Judgment and the 8 of Swords. I think you feel pressure to make some kind of a major choice. Look at the Angel of the Divine saying, yo, Libra, and you're like, oh my God, I can't even right now. It's all in your head, Libra. Face the things you believe about yourself that limit you. Are they actually true? Or do you just believe it? She's not tied so tightly that she cannot get out of this. But I think that you're going to be at a major crossroads in the middle of the month. And I think that you're going to be a little bit stressed out about where to go next. Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords. Here you are. Here's the Queen of Swords. Okay, look. Here's aces coming in at the end of the month, and another Knight and a Page. Just see if something excites you. It could be a good opportunity. This could be about a job opportunity, a seed that could be planted. You might have the opportunity to really pour your heart into it. It is a good idea and clarity here. But honestly, because this is your advice, Libra, and this is your final outcome, you think that you need to make a major decision about something. But your advice was, dude, just weigh your odds and stay calm. Don't do anything crazy right now. You clearly need to emotionally reevaluate. So emotionally reevaluate. You don't need to take any risks yet. But there are good opportunities around you. Some of you are just afraid because you're being called to be a leader. You may need to develop some of your gifts and abilities, or perhaps teach others. A new door will be opened for you. You will be very emotional about it. It will hit your 12th house, and you will have to consider cause and effect. Now, with Capricorn showing up here, ambition, methodical steps, and realism, being realistic, I think that maybe that's what this is about. It's like Capricorn's always saying to us, did you look at the budget for that? Like about everything in life. It's a gift that they have. Be realistic. And maybe it's difficult for you. You're going to handle everything fine. Just take your steps, okay? But The stars are aligning for a favorable outcome. You're getting attention for a reason. You will be invited to something for a reason. Wait to respond, okay? It is about your higher purpose. All you need to do is just explore it a little bit. That's all. That's all your job is right now. Yeah. They're pulling back. They're saying stop. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, Libra, that's mid-October for you. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, I hope it helps you. You can always book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. The link to my website is down in the description below this video. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra Nation. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.